Hello, everybody. Welcome. So today we are starting a new series on B2B commerce. In our work experience, work on OFBiz, what is it? More than 15 years now. We've been working. We've delivered OFBiz as a B2B commerce solution to multiple clients, and so I think we should start sharing our case studies, our experiences for everybody. And this is where we are starting this new series. So today we are going to talk to Arvind. Arvind is actually, so let me give you, Arvind is one of our here, and he is the chief analyst or an expert because he's worked on many complex implementations. So I'm leaning on him to share his experiences, and then we have other participants who would come once in a while and give us their inputs. So I'm leaning on him to share how he has seen what are the different B2B commerce cases he has seen, and how he has used Apache OFBiz to deliver solutions to the clients. So, hey, Arvind.
Hi,
So
Anil.
you ready?
Yeah,
Yeah, cool. So Arvind, I think whenever we talk about e-commerce, something that comes to my mind is all about like going to Amazon.com and ordering something for myself. So
okay.
e-commerce to me is pretty much like B2C, going direct to customers and implementing websites like Amazon or Wayfair or Zappos or any of those. So tell us about like what is B2B e-commerce and how is it different? What are you doing here which is special and is different about it from B2C?
Yeah, so hello everyone. Yeah. So yeah, as generally when we actually go and shop, so mostly we deal with B2C websites like Amazon and eBay and all that. So what we do there is we can create our accounts. They have a lot of sellers over there, which actually publish their items and sell things that we can buy. Anyone can create account and go in there and purchase things. In terms of B2B, it is actually business to business. So they might have an open website that you can go and check like their catalog or initial some details, but to order or place some orders and things, you cannot do that. B2B, as the name suggests, is business to business. So one business is actually leveraging the or directly dealing with other businesses. Yeah, when we discuss about B2B, on their websites or the systems that are built on that, a general person cannot actually go and place singular orders. There are business relationships between different businesses, and uh, they can actually log into their systems, go on there, and uh, possibly browse through a subset of catalog that is available to them. Maybe whole of catalog it will be available, but mostly it is subset of catalog that is based on the region they are in, what kind of agreements they have with other business, and that. Uh, and only those businesses can actually place orders over there. Second important thing is if we talk in terms of ordering experience and how they work. So in case of B2C, it is basically uh, what is you feel like you go and check something, you liked it and you order something. In case of B2C, the ordering process, the requirements that are generated over there and the transactions that place there are basically based on the complex needs of the market. There are studies involved, or there can be reports generated or based on the forecasting that is happening over there. So that is the basic nature how the B2B works. in terms of if we compare that with B2C. Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. So this is interesting. So are you saying that, these B2B companies, so when they are having transaction with each other, so they already have some other outside of your e-com, they have some other process where they go shake hands, agree to terms of business, and all that relationship is first established, and then you come in and go start buying from the B2B portal, right? So like it's not something where like on Amazon anybody can go create an account and start buying. So you're saying in this case probably these B2B sites don't even have a registration process or something. So is it something more than that? Like how is that registration and all those things? Like how is that B2B relationship set up?
Yeah, so we are all of us are actually very much aware about the B2C relationship. So if I talk in terms of, if we give it a terminology, then the B2C, what we can say is it is a transactional relationship for each transaction. The main focus of the organization in terms of B2C is like they'll have a good attractive UI or a catching thing which someone will actually go to and emotionally will perform some action. In case of B2B, they have personal business relationships. Possibly they will have prior agreements in place before creating their accounts and starting business with other businesses whose portal uh, the other businesses actually logging in. They'll have some agreements in place. They would have discussed prior. They might have special pricing agreements. They must have some sort of commissioning or promotion specific to them. And as I have mentioned earlier, like some specific catalog for them, which they actually procure from. So yeah, in those terms, those two businesses are basically different.
Yeah, so I can see what you're saying. So like traditionally, what I have seen, I have personally experienced is in case of B2B is like we have relationship with some vendor, and the salesperson from that vendor comes into our business, our company, or it could be our office, and then they talk to our procurement team, and then that procurement team will give them an order. So generally this vendor would come and create a purchase order. We will give them a purchase order, and they create an order, and then they come at some point in time we get a shipment coming in. So I think what you're suggesting is that this whole physical interaction or the physical movement of a person come from a vendor, from a supplier coming into our office, sitting with our procurement team, having discussion in person, and to select what item needs to be placed, and this person actually hand writes all that order on a paper sheet, and then goes back their home and their office basically, and then they'll create that order in their ERP or some kind of a system, and then process that order. So I think what you're trying to get to is that by introducing this B2B commerce, we are reducing or maybe eliminating the role of these sales agents who would come into the customer's office and collect the orders, right? Is that am I right here?
Yeah, mostly that. Yeah. So in terms of if we dealing physically, yeah, someone goes to some place and collects the information like what all things that particular business actually needs from the supplier, writes down those things. Uh, Similar process if we actually move that to an online interface, and those physical interactions might actually go digital, and you have some conversations or digital mediums or personal, it can be anything. uh, you actually prepare those agreements between them, those relationships, and then you move on to with your user accounts onto their website or the user interface. Then from there, instead of someone going into your place and taking orders of the for the procurement of things that you might need, you actually interact digitally. So yeah, in those terms, yeah, you're right.
Wow. So this is interesting. So I believe, in this COVID situation, when we are trying to maintain that social distancing and trying to stay home, don't want to travel a whole lot, I believe this B2B commerce should become even more relevant. So there should be a lot of, I have reasons to believe that, there will be more interest in in the business, in the business of B2B, and taking all that electronic digitally, and so that much more work can be done from home. So this is interesting. I'm sure it's a promising thing for our next little bit, or maybe for that's the future. So it is an interesting topic, and yeah, thank you very much. I think let's. This is good, setting the stage and good background to set with. And now, in future episodes, we can dig further into it and address those special scenarios, or how people can. When is it right thing to do to implement a B2B commerce, and then what are the right steps to take? Also, we can discuss about how OFBiz addresses those, like from a implementation point of view, or any of that, what kind of effort it takes, and all sorts of stuff we can discuss. So those things. So yeah, I mean, let's work together, and we can publish our plans for the next episodes, what they are, and hopefully more and more people from the OFBiz community will come in and join and give us feedback. So that's what I'm hoping for. So is there, before we close out, do you have any final question? Does anybody have any questions or any inputs? Short one, like we may do it for another minute or something. Yeah, we are already past time, so maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes if somebody has any input to say. Otherwise, I'll just close and get it done. Good. So looks like, we are in good shape for today. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming in, and looking forward to the next episode in this series. And let's see, we'll publish the event date, time, and so please stay tuned. Look forward to the meeting invites. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.